I'm so excited. Our guests are here. Hey guys.
Hi. Hi guys.
What's
going on?
Hi Jones crew.
Hey, 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 hey. Hey.
Good to see y'all, man. How y'all doing?
All right.
What's up, beautiful people, to another episode of Don't Keep Up with the Joneses. It's your boy Ricky Jones Jr. and we have the lovely
Chrystle Jones.
And as y'all can see, we have special guests because we've been talking about doing this for some time now. But of course, 2020 is what it is and all the different situations going on. However, we finally have the couple here. The couple we talked about in other videos is sitting on our couch. And I'm going to let Chrystle do the intro of them just to kind of let you know who they are and what y'all have in store.
Yes, so I'm so excited because I'm always excited. And we have Jazmine Davis and her husband Rashad Davis here with us today. And like Ricky said, we believe in love. We want to help make sure y'all stay believing in love. So we have a young couple in love here with us today. So ask some questions. We're going to ask them some questions.
Right.
They're going to tell us a little bit about their journey. Hopefully it helps you feel more hopeful for your journey. But y'all hear us talking all the time, so we're going to get with them, okay? So Jazmine and Rashad, people would want to know, how did you guys meet?
So we met in church, RTM, back when we were young, like really young. I was maybe in middle school and he was in high school. Never really talked to each other. We just saw each other
We
around.
just knew each other through passing.
How did it transform into we seeing each other, we're young, but you got older and then you started dating?
For me, it was always a physical attraction.
Mm-hmm.
I was just a little more older, so I couldn't really take it there.
Backed on
You know what I'm
it.
saying? I probably like 19, 20, she like 14. I remember Miss Brenda seen me in the court we was back then, like staring at her. She was like, "You better go get her before it's too late." And I was just like, I can't. This is too early. Whatever. So yeah, I never did it, but it was more so a crush for the longest.
So you saw her, you were 19, she was 14, 15. Okay, you all got together, you were about to go off to deployment. At what
Right.
age were you all at that point?
When we got together, I was 19 and you
23.
23.
Boom.
I think that's so cool
Nah, it
because even then you exhibited patience that would later be necessary in you all's relationship. How did that play into your dating dynamic?
So when we first got together, the month we got together, he was going into the Navy. So he was going to be gone for deployment for like 8 months. That was the beginning of our relationship. So starting out, we had to have major patience. We couldn't talk on the phone or anything because he was on the water. Email. So of course, like maybe email one day and then have to wait a whole day for him to be able to email me back or something like that. So having patience with that. Of course, communication as well.
That was our whole
Getting
motto.
back to each other.
Honestly, it throughout.
It's not that long. It's only this many years. Only 3 more years. And
I'm gonna be going on leave so I can come see you. But
Right.
our whole long distance was all patience.
Gotcha. Not only patience, but that's military. That's a military relationship. Shouts out to all.
I got huge.
no freedom for him. Really, he can't just pick up the phone to call
Right.
me. He just can't do whatever he wants.
Right.
If y'all not both ready, don't do
Don't do it.
Got
I
it.
gotta both be solid.
Yeah.
100%.
What do you think helped make you guys solid? I think that's actually a big piece of what so many young people experience when they're trying to date today. Both people aren't actually solid, and so they deal with so many things. It doesn't work out. People are wasting their time. How did you know you were solid enough to be in this relationship, and how did you know the other person was being genuine?
Well, for me, I always knew I wanted to be married. And as soon as, like, you can feel when someone's really genuine. When we first got together, he gave me a ring. And I knew that him going on deployment and him gifting me this ring was, oh, he's serious about this. He doesn't want me to be with anyone else. He wants to be the man for me. So that ring really symbolized that he is all in for this. So that made me committed. I mean, it was easy to commit to him because I knew he was committed to me.
So what was the thought process with the ring?
Yeah, I was already like, I guess vulnerable. Like, yeah, I'm about to go on deployment, leave my family. I just started rocking with her heavy, so I'm like,
Gotcha.
I like her a lot. I don't want to be on deployment and somebody scoop her up. So,
I asked my sister about it and everything.
yeah, I was
What
like,
should I get
find
her?
out where the ring size or whatever. Well, we didn't have time for that. I was leaving like the next day. So
Oh wow.
she came through. We went to the mall. I'm just like, I want to buy you something before I leave. You know, just pick out a ring. Or whatever. She picked it out.
Right, what is that like? Just pick out a ring. Like.
She thought I was joking at first. Like, yeah, just get a ring. She was like, what?
Like, what's my budget? Like, what is this?
Right. Good questions.
Then I gave her the budget. She was like, no, that's too much. I was like, nah, it's cool. Then got the ring. I was like, yeah, I just want to make sure you know I'm serious. Like, I want you to hold it down while I'm gone.
Yeah. That's good.
I think that's so cool.
That is good. You said what?
Sent the picture to my friends and everything.
And everybody say like promise ring. I guess you can call it that, but that's not how I really seen it. I seen it more of like a just hold me down ring, I guess.
But I think that was so cool because it's like you made sure that you did what it took to make sure she knew I'm serious about this. And I think sometimes people say different things, but they don't actually follow up with an action. Here's a purse, hold me down. Like, you didn't belittle it like that. Either like, hey, let me just get you some clothes, hold me down.
Right.
Like, no, like, this means something. So I thought that was super cool.
Yeah. Now, where would you say you got the example of like marriage, relationship, of like the mindset that, okay, I'm about to go away, hold me down type scenario? Where did you get that from?
We both come from
Yeah, I'm about to say
pretty
so.
solid. Our parents have been married for a long time.
Yep.
Well, mine's 26, 27 years.
Yeah,
Nice.
30.
Nice. Shouts out to the parents.
Yeah,
They always had that not going to divorce type attitude. So, yeah.
Nice. So you think what you all saw growing up with them kind of helped you all shape your mindset of what you want, what you expect, things like that.
Commitment.
I want to get back to one of the things you guys said was communication was really big and obviously challenging at first because you're using like email. Facebook messages, like so communication, like how did that play a big role, and what tips do you think you would give a younger couple on communicating effectively?
I would say definitely express what you're expecting, like in your.
That's good.
Even though we can't talk,
Yeah.
express like, I like this, I want this, I'm expecting this from you. Just making sure that you're both on one accord, and that's what I would say.
Yeah, like
really,
she said,
just
very
like
detailed.
So
you gotta know, like,
no broad. Okay,
Right,
what you're
yeah.
doing all the time. Like, we need this
Yeah.
email has to be this long because who knows when you're
I
gonna
wanna
be
know
able
what you
to
wanna know
contact
what-
me again.
I wanna know you brushed your teeth, you ate.
With the schedule.
Yeah.
Or the play-by-play.
Detail, yeah.
Not like controlling, just so we can have a conversation. And we can know,
You
like,
know what I'm doing during the day or what you're doing during the day.
even
Just so we have some
sometimes-
type of connection during the day. Yeah.
Even when it's or uncomfortable conversations, whatever it takes to communicate effectively, for the most part.
That's good. Sounds like y'all had a plan, right? So going into your relationship, you had a plan. You knew what you were seeking to do, looking to do, and things like that. So how necessary would you say having a plan is to go into not only a relationship but ultimately marriage?
What Pastor Paul said?
Failure to plan is a plan
To fail. Yeah. So if you don't plan, I mean, if we didn't plan to be together, it would have been a waste of time.
Yeah.
Like he was in for 4 years. It would have been 4 years wasted. Of what Chrystle said, my golden years.
Look, girl, your
You know,
prime.
That's it.
Prime, yeah,
That's
my
it.
prime. I didn't want to waste my prime.
Hello.
Yeah, I never planned on going back on my word anyway. I told her mom before I left on deployment.
Before we were even together, really, he
We
told my
wasn't even
mom
together yet. I said I'm gonna marry her. I wasn't gonna be like, nah, I'm taking that back.
right. Psych.
In my mind, that was a real statement. I meant it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that's so cool because it speaks to your integrity,
Very
for
much
one.
So. Very
But
much so.
It also spoke to your commitment to working through whatever came up. And I think sometimes people think like, oh, we're just dating, so I could just leave if it gets hard.
Right.
And so I think that's so cool that it spoke to like, no, like I'm committed to trying and working through whatever comes up.
Right.
So you went through a whole situation, a whole 4 years. You were with him, relationship-wise, yet not married. You all were in 2 different states the whole time, right? So that's pretty awesome. You started, he was gone. You all journeyed through while he was still in, and then at what point did you know, okay, it's time to get married type deal? Like, when was those things a part of the conversation?
We talked about marriage from the very beginning.
Yeah,
Like,
it was always like
it took
just
us
matter
a
of-
week to really like get together. Like, it took me a week to get that ring. Like from the beginning of us talking heavily, like actually texting all the time, it was like a week. I don't know. By the grace of God, I was able to get off of work like while he was in town because you were already in the Navy, but you weren't like on a long deployment or anything.
Before deployment.
Gotcha.
Before
he was here, and I was like working at a daycare. But somehow I was able to get off days, like multiple days during that time.
All the way to Brandon.
Yeah, and by the grace of God, we were able to like actually connect and stuff. And so that was a week of us basically getting solid enough for him to even give me that ring.
6 days to be exact.
He said 6 days to be
6
exact.
days. When you know, you know.
I think that's so cool because, like you said, 6 days, then you're like, I know I'm finna marry you.
Literally everything happened in 6 days. The planning was continuous. Like, it was really just a matter of when we was financially able to do it, and that was it, really. As soon as I really got my job.
He got out.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I just didn't want to leave her. It's too many underways, month-long underways. She's in Virginia, then she's lonely in Virginia. So it was like not worth it.
Yeah. Hit a key point. Key point, you started talking about you want to make sure you were financially able. You know, what did that look like? What does that mean to you all? How important is it? What does it mean to be financially able to be in a relationship, and not only a relationship, but to be married?
To at least be able to provide the necessities. You ain't gotta have like the most crazy glamorous lifestyle, but at least the necessities.
And be able to save.
Right, and be able to
that
have
as well.
be able to have a little bit of emergency
Not
funds.
being budget broke.
Yeah.
Budget broke.
You have a budget, but you can't do anything in between.
Right.
Be budget broke. You still budgeted and you still broke.
Well, I like what she said, not only being able to provide for the necessities, but being able to save. That's a part of
the budgeting.
The budgeting.
Because what we taught.
Tithe 10%, save 10%, learn to live off the rest.
Hello. Facts. Foundational truth.
That's so important because a lot of times young people, if they end up divorced or end up in all these huge arguments or whatever going on, the root of most problems in marriages are money problems.
Absolutely.
And a lot of that happens because you ain't had no savings. Something comes up and you like, oh,
where's that?
You spent this and you spent that.
Yeah.
Well, you said we were fine.
Trust. How do you build trust when you're so far away, when you can't even talk that much? For you guys to be able to build trust under the circumstances that you had, and a lot of people that are in the same city with people can't build trust. Some people, they married and they still don't have trust. Like, how were you able to do that? Or what tips would you give on really being able to do that?
It has to be honesty in the communication again, because if I'm able to share this, if you're able to share something so deep with someone, I don't see why they wouldn't feel comfortable sharing everything with you. Like, if I can share this part of my past with you, I don't know, it's just like, I feel like...
Now you gotta really, I guess, I don't know, we pray together, so like, you gotta really, if you know, you just know.
You gotta believe in God that it's gonna...
Especially if y'all both believers, y'all should be...
That's gonna come to pass, that the other person is holding up their end. And
more so you just having faith that you know that, like, you have faith in God that, all right, she doing what she need to do, I'm doing what I need to do.
Whole time you're visiting him during the 4 years in Virginia, things like that. He finishes, gets out, moves back. You're like, what's going on? He like, wait a minute, but I gotta get this job. I gotta make sure everything is right. And keep in mind, there are no kids in this equation. Like, phenomenal, round of applause for Vegas, 4 years, visiting, all that good stuff, no kids, all that. So they literally had a plan and executed that. So you get back, of course, you all are talking marriage, all that good stuff. And then, so how long was it from when you came back that you all actually got married?
Or engaged. Engaged or married.
Oh, so there was like, it wasn't even engagement in between the 4 years. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Yeah, hit me with that.
Yeah, no. So he got out late October, and then we got engaged that next April.
Mm-hmm. So about 6 months.
About 6 months.
So from when you got back, some girls might have been like, you back with my ring? Like,
true.
I'm ready to switch. Like, there was a 6 month gap between when you got back and when you got engaged. Why was there a 6 month gap? How did you, handle that 6 month gap? Like, what was that 6 months like?
6 months was really, it wasn't that bad. I feel like
it
was just a transition. We knew it was going to be a transition period. It just took a while to get a job. Like, I'm like, hire my man. I was in the military. Hurry up. But anyways, but yeah, getting a job. We both had started school as well, so we did a little bit of school, and so that was enough alone. So we didn't really want to put too much on ourselves while doing school. It wasn't until
so it's crazy because
after you got a job that I was really pushing on it.
No.
No.
So I got the ring. This is April.
I don't know when you got the ring.
This is April at this point, early April. No, I might have had it in March, but I proposed April 29th. So I had the ring for about a month or 3 weeks. So we was talking one day in the car, and she was just like, she randomly mumbled like,
well, hurry up
then.
You need to hurry up.
We're talking about the future. She's like, you need to hurry up. I was like, I'm gonna take this ring back.
He's gonna take it back.
In my head, obviously she didn't know, but I'm thinking, I'm gonna take this ring back.
Right.
You're rushing me. I already got the ring.
Right.
Calm down, woman.
I think it's cool that they both knew they were both on the same page with there was going to be a transition period. Mm-hmm. So he made sure there wasn't going to be these false expectations of as soon as I cross state lines, I'm getting my ring. Like, no, they had already had a conversation so that there wasn't a big disappointment when it took some time. She knew, okay, this has to happen. Now, when that thing happened, it was like, okay, well, we got a plan. Like, what we doing here? But I think that was super cool that because of their effective communication, there was no reason for her to be upset or doing things irrational, because it's like, I mean, you know the plan. We agreed to the plan that we made. What would you say was your hardest challenge or the biggest challenge you all had to overcome in your relationship?
I would say the long distance.
I'm about to say just getting through the military situation.
4 years.
Not seeing each other and not being to touch each other.
And just get here, be here a couple days, and then gotta go back to Virginia.
Awful.
And I gotta see her cry every time I go back.
Oh no!
A week and then go back and then it would have been better if I could okay, you come and then okay, I'm gonna come back on these days, but not knowing when you're coming back was agony, because is it gonna be 2 months? Is it gonna be 4 months? How long is it gonna be before I see him again? That was the worst for me.
So you get your job, you are get engaged, and then do you get an apartment or anything in between then?
Yeah, so when he got his job, he got an apartment, and then we were engaged for that 6 months. That 6 months was
in between in between April and September.
Yeah. So, but you got the apartment June.
Yeah,
June.
Late June. Yeah.
So after we got married, I moved into that apartment. I didn't live there before that.
Okay. It's another key piece right
I
there.
would say
that's a key piece.
Of course, I would visit him, but I didn't live there.
So is that a challenge? How was that being, because a lot of younger people, or I would say older people too, it doesn't even really matter. A lot of people, they make a decision. They're like, nah, I'm gonna just live with them. I imagine with him being away so long, like it made it probably even harder because now we're finally in the same place.
Right.
Like,
Time to expedite.
how was that? What was that challenge like, or what did that look like, and what kept you, I guess, to sticking to your decision to know I want to wait until I'm married to live with you?
I don't know. I always knew that it would be frowned upon. I'm big on like character and morals. Of course, I don't want to say I care about what people think of me, but you do care about what people think of you. You don't want to be seen as this fast girl that just moves in with her boyfriend as soon as he comes back. Yeah, I'm sure that's what people would have expected. But I knew that wouldn't be of God and that we shouldn't do that. So of course I would visit and then I would go home to my parents.
Yeah, same as she said. I mean, we definitely wanted to.
It's like, we're gonna get married anyway.
I don't want nobody to think we didn't want it. We just so sanctified. Like, we wanted to.
I definitely wanted to.
We already made it this far. We might as well wait till September.
Yeah.
Right.
Remember?
Got here. I mean, you got to the point. You got married. You moved in. So was it like a sigh of relief for you all, or like what was that feeling? You know, getting married, coming home, all that good stuff. Like how did that feel?
That was a sigh of relief.
Well, yeah, it was probably the best feeling ever. Yeah, like it's finally here.
Yeah.
Like this is the thing. This is
like almost 5 years.
One of these 5 years. This is here now.
I know. So you guys lived in an apartment for a little bit, and then you actually bought a home. And I mean, congratulations, you guys. There are people that have been married for so many years and have yet to buy.
That's true.
A home. What advice would you even give to other young couples to help them know, okay, you don't have to wait 15, 20 years that you're married to be able to accomplish this? Like,
right.
What advice would you give to them?
I would definitely say be open with your finances. Of course, some people are hesitant to let people know about their money situations. But if it's someone you're planning to have a life with, they need to know it all. Yeah. So, your credit, I've always been, I don't want credit cards. I don't want to be paying on anything. If I owe, I want to pay it out right now. So my credit was good. His credit was good. We always were really open about our finances.
VA loan, so that helped out a lot.
Yeah. Military.
With the no down thing.
No down payment.
Yeah, so we both financially knew like we didn't want to rent because what are we getting from rent? No real benefit. So our thing was we really wanted to get a house before the apartment. God's timing. So we had the apartment first, and then we was able to get our crib built in December. Well, they started building in December.
It's the same thing we paying for rent. We could be paying this in mortgage.
And I ended up working out to where we're paying the same amount for that apartment for the house.
Yeah.
What are some of the differences that you all have, and how do you allow those differences to bring strength to your marriage as a whole?
Hers is more so, I guess it's just her personality is more structured. I'm more just like a go with the flow type. So I guess we always kind of like meet in the middle, kind of like compromise. Like, all right, I'll plan this instead of just being spontaneous and letting it happen.
But then it looked to me to plan something. Like, but you're better at this. And the other time we go with the flow. But that's where the balance is.
Yeah, I guess I've had a little bit more life experience. So we had a little adjustment period where, she learn how to be more of an adult, you know what I'm saying?
Right, because I always lived with my parents.
Yeah, that definitely.
I never really had to live by myself.
Yeah, so that was a little, but that came fast though. Like she learned quickly how to live more on her own.
I always want to know why he's doing something. He just he don't want me to question him. He'd rather just me see what he's gonna do. So that's the adjustment, major adjustment.
I be thinking she think I'm trying to do it aimlessly, but I know exactly what I have, you know what I'm saying, in mind. Yeah. You can see, how you can see something before somebody else. So.
I don't want to know why.
I want you to. Sometimes I don't want to explain my vision. I just want my vision to be just respect my vision.
Oh, wow.
You gonna see it. Just go see it.
Just trust me.
Yeah. Right. Let me get this one.
Trust the process.
That's it. That's it. So what are some future plans that the Davis family have? Because we already established the fact that y'all are planners. We already established the fact that, y'all like to execute on the plan. So what do y'all have in store?
I would say kids.
Nice.
1 or 2.
Okay. 'Cause y'all come from a 2-child family type deal. So.
It's funny.
We both have a younger sibling.
2 girls.
Right.
I have a younger sister. He has a younger brother. So it's pretty even for. We both want a boy and a girl. I want a boy and a girl.
She more than me, but now I'm kind of on the train too to travel more.
Okay.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where's somewhere y'all want to go? Like, give me two locations.
Greece.
Really? Oh wow, Crystle's on this Greece.
I
I'm
wanted
going
to go there
next
this
year.
year, but
Yeah.
all this going on,
It's
I want
correct.
to go for 1 year.
Yeah, as far as the domestic side, I want to go. I've never been to California. So.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to go there.
Love California. Yeah.
And I still gotta take him to Vegas.
Gotta
You
go
never been to Vegas?
Gotta go to Vegas.
Oh yeah.
We clearly go to Vegas a lot.
I
So you got Greece,
I feel
international.
like I've been to Vegas through y'all. So.
Yeah. I'll take you on the journey. Want to get your stamp in Greece, California, and Vegas. You can actually do Vegas and California
Together. That's
the
what
same
I do, like
trip.
a drive.
Go to Vegas, drive, or either way.
Yeah.
Depending on where you really want to be. So that's cool.
You guys are coming up on 1 year.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Congratulations on
If
that.
there was any advice that you would want to give to a young, newly married couple getting through their first year of marriage, what would it be?
So I would say just care as much as possible. As long as both of y'all care. Actually, your mom told us this. If the other person cares more about the other spouse cares about the other spouse, then y'all can never fall off.
Like if I care about you as much as you care about me, then it's
So
gonna
we
be
both
even
watching each
trade
other
all the
back.
time.
Yeah. You good.
And I would say be open and honest no matter what. Even for those hard conversations when the other person's gonna be mad or you may get mad for what you have to say. I would say just be open and honest no matter what.
Yeah, have all those uncomfortable conversations.
As early as possible too, as well.
And you
'cause
gotta
we did.
pray.
And pray.
Gotta pray.
In all things.
I love it. Yes. Well, thank you guys so much for doing this interview. I know it's a little out of the box for you guys, but I just felt like you would bring so much value to some of our viewers, to so many young people that are looking to get married, that are recently married, and even some people that have been married but need to be reminded of some of the things you even just said. I feel like that's so important and that's so awesome, and I thank you guys so much.
Thank you for
Thank you
having
for
us.
having us, definitely.